Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. I first became aware of agave roasting pits years ago when I would come across them while hiking in the Grand Canyon. It's a practice the native inhabitants did throughout the millennia. The Salt River Pima community has a YouTube video documenting a traditional agave roast. It's quite fascinating. In the video, they do the roast as their ancestors did, with the same techniques and tools. One thing that stuck out was the amount of fuel they used to touch off one of these roasts. It was significant. Certainly was not a small fire ring. Watching that video really put perspective on the roasting pits I would begin to find out in the Nevada desert. After coming across the first few pits, I started doing some deeper research, and it turns out mountain ranges across Nevada are covered in these pits. Well, there had to be patterns. So I turned my attention back to an area I had been to previously and applied those patterns that I noticed, which were pits seemed to be near or on the edge of a wash or drainage, and generally closer to the mountain bases, but not always. Sometimes they'd be higher up. And sure enough, I found more pits. One looked to be very well built. These pits were not something built in an afternoon. More than likely, they had been repeated use with the constant addition of more limestone rock, and when the fuel became sparse around that pit, another pit would be started closer to the mountains where the fuel would be more available. And sometimes I would discover the ruins of possible dwellings near the pits. All very fascinating. So please join me as I head out into the desert and discover what once was. Boy, that is a biting wind. Just had a cold front move through, and it is numb out here in the low Nevada desert. But here's something funny. 4 days from now, it's going to be a high of 90 degrees out here. That's how fast it's going to get hot. So I'm out here because I'm pretty sure I found 4 more ruins. Searching the area using Google Earth. More than likely, they're going to be large roasting pits. One of the ruins looks like it's actually really intact, so I'm pretty excited about it. And the wind's going to be howling all day. I thought I was going to come out yesterday, but it was like 30 miles per hour, and it looked like it was going to drop a little today, but it hasn't so far. So I'm using kind of a different camera and setup. If the wind gets too bad, I'm going to attach a microphone to me, but I'm outside, the wind's howling. If the audio's bad, my apologies, but there's not much I can do about it. So anyway, that's my spiel. But we're gonna make our way. I'm gonna have to go around this ridge here, and when I come out on the other side, the wind's just gonna be so we're gonna get into it, and hopefully the sun gets up, because I am freezing. It is crazy. I didn't think it was going to be this cold, but it is cold, man. I'm not really dressed appropriately. I need a little better insulation on, but when the sun hits me, it'll all work out. So anyway, that's the story. But I'm pretty stoked. I think these ruins are going to be awesome, and I'm finding them everywhere now in southern Nevada, in different mountain ranges. I guess I've trained my eye to look for them, and they're everywhere. It's absolutely incredible. So hopefully we come across some really cool stuff today. So that being said, let's get moving. Ooh, there's the sun. Ooh, warm me up. got a pit. It's a smaller one, but that is definitely, oh wow. Yup. Boom, ruins right here. This may be a pit house, actually. I'm not sure, it's either a roasting pit or a pit house, but it's definitely a ruin. A little smaller in size. Wow, that's awesome. Right on the edge of this drainage. Just gonna walk down. This might be, I might have another ruin right here that's, oh, there might be like a little village right here. Oh yeah, here's another one right down from it. I didn't even see this one on Google Earth, but I can tell. Oh man. Yep, there's another one right there. White rocks here. Man, these things are everywhere. And you can definitely make that out. Built up. Man. So that's 2 so far. This is a little larger than the last one, so this might, I'm inclined to think this is a roasting pit here. So this, on the edge of this drainage, there might, I'm always stumped when I'm looking at this, but people are out here mapping these roasting pits. And I'm starting to find more and more and more of them. I guess now that I know what to look for. But that's definitely ruins. I could probably keep going down and find more and more of them, but I'm gonna head this way because there's a ruin that's just, from what it looks like on Google Earth, it looks like it's just built up really big, and I'm really excited to go see it because it might be the most pronounced pit I've encountered out here yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making my way across here and see what we run into. All right, I was just checking the topo. I've got to go straight across this whole expanse here, pretty much to the base of those cliffs, but there should be 3 ruins over there. One of them is like extremely visible, so that one should be very impressive. So I've come up out of the drainage just off to my left here, and I'm walking up on top, and I think I might have come across some ruins here. I'm saying that because I'm looking at the way the rocks are placed, and they're sticking out of the ground straight up like this. Let's see, like that, and it just extends out. It looks very suspect to me. And if they are ruins, over time, they're gonna fill in with sand. I mean, the wind's blowing, howling out here consistently, and it'll just fill everything up. So I think I've got some ruins right here at the top. Very interesting. Found it. Right here. It's big, and it's been built up, excuse me,
Wow. Walking up on it now, it's like almost 2 levels. Oh my God, look at this thing. Holy moly. Oh. Good Lord. Now, this is the one I was talking about. It is huge. Check out the center. Oh man. This thing is incredible. Look at that. Looks like it was built on top of an existing one because there's two. It's tiered. Let me come off to the side, show you here. You can see how it's tiered. That is absolutely fantastic. Wow. What a view, huh? Holy moly. All right, we're inside the pit right now. It makes a nice windbreak, and the aerial shots, I did the best I could. The wind's just howling, but you get the idea. This is absolutely, probably the best one I've seen yet. It's just incredible. And I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. I think this could be a roasting pit, or this could very well be a very comfortable pit house, but it's very, very developed, I should say. It's incredible. It's very impressive. And we're gonna sit in here and stay out of the wind for a second. I've switched to a microphone. Hopefully that's helped with the audio a little bit, and it's got a little wind, wind protection on it. So I know the wind's bad, so I apologize if there's some problems with the wind, but there's nothing we can do out here right now. It's just too bad. But this is a fantastic ruin. It's incredible. And just the surrounding area, it's so dramatic with the mountains and so craggy and everything. It's just, and the view out of this pit is, we stand up, it's just phenomenal out into the desert. Just absolutely, it's the best one yet. And I think there's another one just down from it that I'm gonna go and try and find. And there's also another one right over here. So it's incredible. I am just astounded by this pit, and there's a couple things I want to point out around it. There's still big stones lined up just outside it. And there's also more stonework. You can see how it's lined up here. And once again, as I've been pointing out with these other pits that I've come across, flat rocks all around it. we go. More flat rock. There's big ones up here. It's really, really interesting. And you can get an idea, looking at it from this angle, how built up this thing is. And from the aerial shot, you could see how there was like this part right here, and then it goes, it's just fantastic. It's incredible. Flat stones all around it. Maybe the flat stones weren't exactly for grinding. Maybe they're cutting platforms. I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's still pretty interesting that there's still a few of the big boulders still lined up. This is very, very, very impressive. All right, I'm gonna leave my pack in the pit for a second. I'm just gonna walk around because there's another ruin just down from this major one. So I'm gonna see if I can come across it. I think it's pretty much straight down from it, so that might be it right ahead in front of me here. Yep, I can see it. I can tell by the rocks, and it's also really built up. It's absolutely impressive. This one's more built up than the big one behind me. And I want to also point out they're right beside this massive drainage right here. This one's, wow. I mean, you can see it's just completely built up. Whoa. Look at that. Wow. Here we go. That is fantastic. Look at how built up this is. Excuse me. All right, well, I walked down a little bit and I didn't see anything else that might resemble a ruin. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the pack, and I think there's another ruin over here a bit. So we're gonna continue walking and see if we run into that one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I've just found two pieces of arrowheads, and one of them is just absolutely fantastic. I'm going to use another camera to get close-up shots of these because I can't do it with what I'm using right now, but it's just going to blow your mind. This is exceptional here. You can see the workmanship on it. Let's pick that up. Wow. Look at that. Oops, sorry. Look at that. Might be some type of scraping tool. You can see how it's been worked. It's very precise. It's just incredible. I'm gonna put that back, and then just beyond this is an absolutely perfect arrowhead. You know how rare it is to find something like this? Look at this. I've got to pick this up to get a close-up with the camera. Oh my goodness. And there you have it. That is absolutely incredible. Look at that detail, workmanship. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. And we're just going to place that back. Unbelievable. I just found the ruins I was looking for. I thought they were up in here, but they're in this pocket right here, and there's a pit right here. Oh, it's another big one. How about that? Boom. Oh, wow. Oh, this is incredible. There's a couple of them tucked in here. Yep, this is where it was. I might walk up here and get in. So we get to them anyway. This is unique right here because, oh, that's just some water creating a, there's a small drainage coming through this, so it's kind of carving it out, but here it is. There's another big pit tucked in back here. There's some larger stones in the center here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yep, that's what I thought. So there's the first pit that I came across right here, and then here's another mound. This one's kind of filled in, actually. Oh, there's more. This resembles the area that I first got into on the first giant pits, kind of tucked in back here. Big drainage. Man, that's some fantastic scenery back there. But got another pit here. So there's two ruins here, and just to point this out again, here we go. Flat rocks all around these. Maybe for grinding, maybe for cutting. All right, that's awesome. So tucked in back here in this little pocket, there's two big pits. There's one right here. You can see they're really overgrown. And then you can definitely make this one out. Look at that. Whew. Man, just absolutely fascinating. Huh. So that's how many today? 2, 4, that's 6 pits today. And I've now found, that's 13, almost 20 pits out in this area so far. It's incredible. Well, that's fantastic. What a day. We are going to start, I'm glad I found those last two. That was awesome. We're gonna start making our way back. I would say it's been an extremely successful day. Man, just lots to think about. Well, we made it back to the truck. No drama, things are nice. Wind is still howling, but it has turned out to be a fantastic day. It's warmed up, beautiful out here. And we found some really, really interesting stuff today. Ruins, Arrowhead, just awesome day. There you have it. More prehistoric ruins in the Nevada desert. I mean, it's just fantastic. Lots to think about. As always, folks, thank you very much for watching. I got lots more content on the way. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Helps us out tremendously. We will see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.